Today we're talking about naked motorcycles, and more specifically, the 5 best super naked motorbikes that exist today in the modern era. Now, if we go back in time and look at how the naked motorbike came into existence, it actually was in Europe in the 80s and 90s, where owners of superbikes couldn't afford to keep replacing the fairings and the handlebars of the bikes they crashed. So what they did was, instead of buying new fairings and handlebars, they just decided to remove them altogether. So what they did was, they removed all the fairings that exposed the beautiful underbelly of the motorcycles, and they also put in some dirt bike handles to make the bike have a more upright riding position. Now, Ducati caught on to this design pattern and trend very early, and they were the first ones to mass produce this design style, and that was first seen in the Ducati Monster. And the rest is history, as the naked motorbike went on to become one of the most amazing, beautiful design bikes we see today in the modern era. Now, of course, every single manufacturer is now making naked motorcycles. In fact, even Harley Davidson is now joining the party. And it's common practice that once you have a super bike, you actually have to launch a naked version of that super bike. So, today we're talking about the 5 best super naked motorbikes that exist in the world. Now, you can call them super naked, hyper naked, street fighter, call them what you want, but these are some of the best bikes that you can actually get your hands on. And of course, they are some of the best looking with the best performance. So here's our list. Number 1 on our list is the Ducati Streetfighter. Now, this Panigale V4 is stripped of its fairings with high, wide handlebars. This, in short, is the underlying concept of the new Streetfighter V4, a bike that will surely magnify the thrill of the ride every time it takes to the road. The result is an unrivaled naked bristling with cutting-edge technology and awe-inspiring design that oozes pure performance. The new Streetfighter V4 is powered by a 1103cc Desmo Sedici Stradale engine. In this configuration, the 90-degree V4 delivers 208 brake horsepower at 12,750 RPM, an unrivaled power level within the naked segment. Maximum torque is 123 Nm at 11,500 RPM, practically unchanged with respect to the Panigale V4. Now, dedicated engine mapping lets riders safely make the most of the Streetfighter V4 performance on the road. Power and torque can also be raised to a massive 220 brake horsepower and 130 Nm, making this bike the most powerful bike in the segment. The bike weighs 201 kilograms and has a top speed of 280 kilometers per hour. Now, number 2 on our list is the MV Agusta Brutale 1000 RR. This is also the most expensive motorbike in this segment. It is also the sexiest motorcycle to have been built in the modern era. With a 4-cylinder 998cc engine, it produces 208 brake horsepower at 13,000 RPM and 117 Nm at 11,000 RPM. It weighs just 190 kilograms and can achieve a top speed of 300 kilometers per hour, making it one of the fastest bikes in this segment. Number 3 on the list is the Kawasaki Z H2. Now, this bike is perhaps one of the most recognizable naked supersports. The Kawasaki's legacy of creating motorcycles that have been unrivaled in performance, excitement, and their popular Sugumi styling continues with the flagship model of the Kawasaki Z line of naked motorcycles, the 2020 Z H2 supercharged hyper naked, with a 998cc 4-cylinder supercharged engine producing 197 brake horsepower at 10,500 RPM with a max torque of 137 Nm at 9,500 RPM. Now, this bike can reach a top speed of 280 kilometers per hour, but it is very heavy at 230 kilograms. Now, number 4 on our list is the KTM 1290 Superduke. Now, this bike perhaps offers some of the best performance you could ever imagine from a naked motorbike. Having shed its skin, the KTM 1290 Superduke R is now a leaner, meaner, and even more menacing hyper-naked bike than ever before, mounted in an all-new chassis. Boasting 180 brake horsepower and the highest torque output out of all these bikes here with a massive 140 Nm, the 1301cc LC8 V-twin has undergone a subtle yet impactful development. Optimized to be lighter, but retaining its torquey character, this powerhouse is the benchmark of V-twin evolution. The bike can reach a top speed of 280 kilometers per hour, and it also weighs fairly light at 195 kilograms. Completing our top 5 list is yet another Italian superbike. This is the Aprilia Tuono 1100 V4. Now, this bike is also the cheapest bike on this list. It is essentially a stripped-down version of the exotic RS V4. The Tuono gets a 1077cc V4 motor that delivers 170 brake horsepower at 11,000 RPM and 121 Nm of torque at 9,000 RPM. Given that the bike is the lightest and weighs just 184 kilograms, performance is seriously quick for a naked. It has a top speed of about 250 kilometers per hour. So that completes our list of the top 5 super naked motorbikes that exist today in the world. Now, coming to the Indian market, the Aprilia is the only one that's available here. And that bike carries a price tag of 20 lakh rupees. And also in the European market, it's the cheapest. So the Streetfighter is the only one that has been confirmed that is coming to India, whereas Kawasaki, Agusta and KTM have not made any such plans. But if you still want to have some naked fun, there are other bikes out there that are much cheaper and at a much lower engine capacity for you to have a lot of fun with. So make sure to choose wise. If you are looking to get into a motorcycle, especially a performance motorcycle, don't go for the fully fair ones right away. Get yourself a nice naked and go out there and have some fun.